streaming live on Facebook, not in the group, because for some reason it wasn't working. So I have to zoom to my fan page. So guys on Facebook, if you have any questions, you can type them there, and I'm going to have it on my iPad that I can see questions as well. So basically, we're going to go through a bit of a slideshow on what vision boarding is. We're going to watch a video, and then we're going to set a little bit of time to create it. You won't be able to create the whole thing here because it does take some time, but at least you'll get inspired and be able to get started with it. I think this is Natasha. Oh, I think I'm playing this on my... Hey.
Hi.
All right. So it wouldn't let me stream live in the group, so I have to... There's always a technical difficulty, isn't there, guys? So give me 1 second. Would you be able to, with your phone, tune into my live and then see any questions if they do come up? Because for some reason I can't do that myself. That might be it. All right, guys, let's get moving. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to take you through a vision board kind of workshop thing. You might want to watch it. It's weird because it's delayed. We've got the video up live and it's delayed. So I'm talking to Zoom here and then I'm looking at that and it's weird. All right, so I'm going to do share screen. And I'm going to take you guys through some slides. This is how I'm doing it. Is this working if you're watching this on Zoom? Yep, it's working. All right. Click slideshow. Yeah, it's delayed, but at least if you watch this and then if any questions come up. So if you're watching on Facebook, ask some questions and I can answer, but this is being recorded as well, so you'll be able to watch this back. All right, so welcome to our vision board workshop. I hope you've got a drink, water, whatever you need. I've got a coffee fusion. Thank you, Natasha. We're going to have some fun doing this workshop, even though it says January 9th, it's obviously the 16th. I was sick last week, but I'm all good and all excited today. I want you to feel inspired and amazing when you finish this, because you're not going to have your whole vision board complete, but at least you're going to have a good start. Did you have any pictures and stuff and all that? Cool. All right, so I'm going to take you through how today is going to work, and I'm going to be reading off my notes because I don't remember anything. I've had a house full of 7 kids this weekend, so I'm a little bit flustered. Oh, look, there's captions on it.
Yeah, that's why I said it looked weird before.
Oh, captions. All right, so here's how today's going to work. We're going to go through and talk about what vision boards are, how they work, and how to make a board that works for you. And then we're going to actually work on our boards maybe for 15 minutes. I'm going to play some music and we'll be together and make the board. There's also going to be a little bit of a visualization and a video for you to watch before we kind of get into it, just to get you in the zone. You can see, oh yeah, that's me on the side. It's, yeah, just making sure that it works properly. One of the most, so this quote here, to bring anything into your life, you have to imagine it's already there. So one of the most important things you can do today is let yourself believe. Mindset is pretty much everything when it comes to obtaining our goals in life, and it's what inspires us to make changes in our lives. Allow yourself to know today that with 100% conviction that what you want is absolutely possible. And in fact, it's already a done deal. It's already happened, and it's just waiting for you to allow it to happen. So sometimes where we can be very skeptic and be like, oh, I've set this goal before. It's never happened. It's this and that. And you're sitting here thinking, yeah, whatever. Just try to get out of that mindset today and just allow yourself to dream and think, yeah, everything I want is happening. It has happened. And you can visualize yourself that in 1 year's time, it's all come true. So you have to believe that It's already there. That's what this quote's all about. All right, so what is a vision board? Have you made one before? Girls that are watching with it live, oh yeah, you'll see if the questions come up. Have you made one before? Let me know. I actually don't know if I can see comments on Zoom, but yeah. All right, so vision boards have been around for a very long time. You might have even created one or two in the past. Although people have used them for years, they became popular a dozen years ago when The Secret came out. Did you watch that, The Secret? The movie The Secret? That was all the trend back then. So if you ever saw the movie, you might remember the famous scene where one of the experts talked about how he put a picture of a house on a vision board and then he forgot about it. And then years later, when he was unpacking a box after moving into a new house, someone noticed that they were in the very house he pictured on his board. Now, none of this is magic. It's because he had planted the seed of possibility in his brain, and he subconsciously worked to make it happen. All right, so vision boards are a visual representation of your goal. They're a powerful way to communicate with your brain, and many of us learn and remember visually by seeing, and vision boards take advantage of that fact. So I don't know how many times where I'll talk to women and I say, what is it that you want? Oh, I'm not sure. What are your goals? I'm not sure. A vision board is a way for you to sit down and figure out exactly what it is that you want, and then you've put it all up on a board. So when life gets very busy and overwhelming, you can actually refer back to this board and connect with what it is that you're actually wanting and what you're working for. All right, I need a little sippy break. All right. They are your visual representation, which is what we just said. They allow you to connect emotionally to what you most want. So what that means is when you first create your board, you get emotions about it. Like I mentioned on my Instagram this week that when I filled in the questions in the planner, I realized that I wanted some things that I had no idea I wanted. And just cutting out these pictures and creating this board today is already stirring some emotion in me of excitement and possibilities. Where am I up to? Connecting visually, and then you let yourself plug into what you really want by choosing which images to use and where you place them on your vision board, and where you put your vision board in your house then as well. So is it somewhere that you can see it every morning? All right. And second of all, when you see that board, third, you can connect by looking at the board on a regular basis, which is really important of the vision board process. So like I said, a lot of what happens at the start of the year is that we get excited, new year, new me, we all kind of joke about that, but it is a great time of year to want things for yourself. But as the year starts to happen and shit can sometimes go sideways, you very easily forget what it is that you were actually wanting. So with this board, this is now that representation of, hey, this is what I'm really desiring. This is what I want to bring into my life. And when you feel a little bit lost, you can go back to this board and feel good again. So vision boards are a reminder of what you most want. They keep your goals at the top of mind. They are visual affirmations of the life that you want for yourself. And your board will reinforce and validate what you want, your goals, your dreams, and your desires. So as you can see on the slide, vision boards are for every aspect of your life. You can create boards from health and fitness to holidays to your career, personal growth. It can all be on one board, but for example, I couldn't find any of that cardboardy. What do you even call it? Cardboard? Yeah. But I have these boards from Kmart, and I actually have two. So what I'm going to do is like make a personal health and wellness and personal one for myself, and then on the second board will be like my business. I'm going to be studying like financial, that kind of stuff. So I am going to create two boards, but it's something that can just definitely be on one board as well. All right, so vision boards keep your goals at the front of your mind. When you're constantly reminded of your goal, your brain wakes up to new possibilities. It starts to notice resources it didn't see before, and resources become available for you to achieve your goal. And you'll also notice that you have conversations with people that are centered around the things that you're going for instead of centered around what's really going on with your life. Okay, so visualization activates your brain on a subconscious level. I did that. I can't even see this slide because, oh yeah, programming your mind. Yeah, because it's delayed. So this is a very, very basic one. You've heard the saying before, where your focus goes, your energy will flow. So that's exactly how vision boards work, by sharpening your focus. That's why I recommend limiting your vision board to only focus on one or two aspects of your life. So that's kind of what I was talking about before. You can create this one board for everything, but sometimes it's really good to separate them into particular areas. Like on the one board, still might have a travel goal, a financial goal, whatever. But if it's too cluttered with so many millions of goals, it will be hard to focus on that one kind of area. So if you were using like health and fitness, for example, that would be good to just have a board dedicated to that, because when you're staring at it, you can start to get the feelings of, oh, the healthy food, oh, the exercise, mindset, and then you're kind of zeroing in on that one area of your life instead of constantly going, oh, the money, oh, the holiday, oh, now this is back to me. And so you're not jumping around. All right. Yeah, I've done that slide. Where focus goes, energy flows, which feels very relevant right now. As you put the principles of your vision board into play, you'll notice how you feel more positive and energized to achieve your goals. So naturally, you'll feel more motivated. This is especially good when you have health and fitness goals, and at the start of the year, new year, I'm excited, let's get going. We'll join a gym, we'll join a boot camp, we'll get moving, and then a month later, I can't be fucked. Whereas having this vision board will help you feel excited about the possibilities of what you're going after. All right, you'll feel empowered to take action. Things you normally would have put off doing will suddenly become easier and more interesting. And it's really cool when you start to notice this happen. So again, that's where we'll talk about just taking small steps and moving towards something. It all starts to flow. It's just one tiny little step. It's creating a vision board. It's going for a walk. It's drinking more water. All of these little steps break these big goals down, and then they're less scary. All right, you'll suddenly notice new opportunities to take action. You'll feel empowered to take action. Things that you normally would have put off doing will suddenly become easier and more interesting. And, I already said that one, didn't I, my slide? Not only that, you'll notice new opportunities suddenly seem to open up around you and new chances to bring you closer to your goals. So that might be your friend asks you to go for a walk, and that aligns with your goals because you're trying to get your steps up, or you invite a friend to try a healthy cafe because you've stared at your board that morning, and instead of going to get takeaway, you've decided, I might have a date with my friend to go to a nice healthy cafe, something like that. So it will be at the top of your mind. How are you going with this? Good so far?
Yeah, good.
Cool. All right. Feel empowered to take action. And then one day you'll wake up and finally realize you did it, you made your goal, you hit it, and you feel amazing, and you did what you said you were going to do. All right, so today I'm going to take you over some tips to help you create a board that is uniquely yours, that helps you feel excited and inspired, and then we'll go over some things that you can do after to make your board even better and to get the most benefit out of it. So just remember, there's no right or wrong way to do this. The most important thing is that you let yourself have fun and the board has meaning to you. So it doesn't have to be, okay, in this corner is health and fitness, and then in this corner is finances, and then it has to have this particular order. It can literally just make you feel good, the board, okay? So don't worry when you're putting things together if you're stuffing it up. You're not. You'll find spaces. You just want this board to make you feel something. All right, so here's some tips. If you are watching this and you haven't checked out my vision board planner, in my free group, Active Chicks community group, there's a file that you can download there. Or if you can't be bothered doing that, head over to Instagram at Active Chicks And there's a highlight that I've created where you can just take a snapshot. So I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but that is the Instagram, and it's right up the top here, vision board, and that will take you through all the planner and questions. So, like, for example, my vision board lists 1 to 3 goals or intentions for each category. So health was one. I wrote, I want to run again. I want to have more mobility and be pain-free with my hip. And I want to lose 6 to 8 kilos. So they're 3 intentions just for health for me. And then finances, family, relationships, etc. So if you haven't done that, I would definitely recommend doing this before you create a board, because it just really brings what you want to front of mind. And then it was also stuff like list quotes and things that inspire you in each of these questions, and it just starts to get your brain ticking on the things that you want. Okay, so if you haven't done that, please do that. Let me get back to my notes. No right or wrong, da da da. So your goals should deeply resonate with you. They should affect you on a gut level. They should make you feel something. And they should feel inspiring. And when you connect to a goal emotionally and it makes you actually physically feel something, you know you're on the right track. So for me, being able to run again, I haven't been able to run properly for a while with my hip. That's really important to me because I feel fit and strong when I can run. Okay, so that's something that's very personal to me. You might be someone where you're like, I can't stand running, never want to do that again, whatever. But so that's a personal thing. Sass, you're online, you probably have no intentions of wanting to go for a run. But again, that's got to be personal to me and not personal to you. All right. What do you want to achieve? So you can also just write some notes down. What is it that you're wanting to achieve, and having a good idea of what that is. Why you think, what is it that you really want to achieve rather than what you should work towards? How will it make you feel to finally achieve that goal? And take a minute to really think about it.
Running sick.
If you don't like running,
running spew.
If you don't like running, then don't set a running goal. If you think you should do a fun run because your friend did it, still not a good enough reason to set that goal. You should actually do it because you want to do it. So running's not for everybody. If you don't want to do that, don't do it. Find something that you will enjoy. All right, be as specific as possible. So if that was a financial goal, it would be, I want to save $10,000. If it is a weight loss goal, and again, I'm not always huge on weight loss goals, but it does motivate some people. Are you going to lose 10 kilos? Are you going to lose 5 kilos? Stuff like that. So don't be set on 100%, I have to hit this number. Have a little bit of a ballpark, because especially with weight loss, saying I want to lose 10 kilos, you've got to factor in muscle and fat as well. So you might lose 5 kilos of fat, but gain muscle, and then you're really happy. Okay? All right, so being as specific as possible. So with your goals, you've got to imagine what you would be feeling when you hit your goal. So say if your goal was to run a 5K fun run. So for example, we've got that Women's International one, is that what it's called? How would you feel when you've completed that goal? What would you be wearing? Who would you be with? Getting specific on how you feel gets you to emotionally connect to your goal. Picture it in your mind and feel it in your heart. If you can't really emotionally connect to a goal, get rid of it. It's not for you. All right, dare to dream. Your emotions are a powerful part of this process, so dare yourself to let go big. Inspire yourself. And then let yourself get excited. The more emotion you can pack into this, the more you're opening yourself up to the probability that your vision will become a reality. Just remember that everyday people make shit happen all the time. People hit their goals. People create their dream jobs. People buy their dream house. Things happen, but we are the ones that stand in our way because we doubt ourselves, or we tell ourselves constantly, oh, that's never going to happen, so why even bother trying? If you don't try and keep sticking with it, it is never going to happen. So allow yourself through this workshop and after to actually think, yep, everything that I'm going for, I will achieve. You will if you actually put the work in and stick to it. All right. First think, second dream, third believe, and then dare. Walt Disney. Walt Disney was a man who inspired generations with characters, stories, movies, and even real life adventures in his theme parks following this exact formula. First think, second dream, third believe, and then dare. While Walt Disney created fairy tales for that entertain people of all ages, he also created a huge empire by applying those principles to his business. So anything goes when it comes to what you use on your vision board. You can draw, you can paint, you can use pictures from magazines, actual photo pictures, you name it. Let your creativity flow when you look for images on your board. You might not know right now exactly why a certain image connects with you, but grab anyway. So sometimes I think, Sass, you mentioned that you struggled with coming up with content for your board. It doesn't have to have a meaning. So I'm going to get a couple of mine up, and I actually found that I usually use a lot of quotes, but there was a picture that I just had in my Instagram that was like pink here. Now, I really don't know what this means. It's got, you might not be able to see me that well. Yeah, but it's got a pink tennis racket, pink weights, water bottle, like it's pink and yellow. But to me, it made me feel, I don't know, I love yellow and I love pink at the moment. You can? Yeah. Love, like it's literally matching my shirt and it's matching my nails. So I'm loving these colors at the moment.
You do pink and yellow.
Yeah, it doesn't have to mean something. Like I'm not going to go, this doesn't mean I'm going to go be a famous tennis player and I'm going to be on the phone or whatever. And I think there's like some lotion or something and there's an apple. But that image makes me feel something, okay? So when example for these ones here as well, love heart, like the board has to create a vibe for you where you feel inspired, you feel motivated, happy, like a feeling that you want to connect with. Are you chasing happiness? Well, what could be on a board that makes you feel happy? Are you chasing some creativity? What on a board would make you feel creative? So I've got like some Aboriginal designs here. A word saying culture, just stuff. Start looking at magazines, at Pinterest, and create little boards that make you feel something, being creative. So let your creativity flow when you're looking for images for your board. You might not know exactly why a certain image connects with you, but grab it anyway. You might not even use it on your board, but just create, like have so much shit. I have that many. Yeah, you've got a lot too. Yeah. All right. Do try to stay focused on a specific goal as you pick your images. The more you focus your intention, the more likely it is you will connect with it emotionally. So if your goal was weight loss and health this year, definitely look at pictures of food, of workouts, of activewear that you might like, and just everything that connects with a healthy and happy, like wellness. I don't know who that could be. All right, use images that awaken you. Remember, these emotions actually create the power and motivation that put your vision board to work. Create a collage that makes you feel happy and empowered when you look at it. All right, so I really love vision boards with words. So here's just some examples for people. Invincible, love, happy, healthy girl, you are amazing, adventure call, strong, yes, I love me. Same thing when I look at mine here, I've got be a dreamer, a doer, a thinker, see possibility everywhere. Another one I've chosen, passion changes everything. Thanks, Brandy. Having nearly 18-year-olds come in and steal your shit. Another one I've got here, never stop expanding. That doesn't mean my waistline gaining weight. It means like just getting better at things.
Muscles.
Yeah. Here I've got another one, let go. Let's go invent tomorrow instead of worrying about what happened today. So pictures are great, but then having words that connect you to a goal is amazing as well. So here's one that I've got for my business one. It says, it's not about posting stuff, but about truly engaging and connecting with your audience. So where I might be feeling a little bit uninspired and wondering, you know, what am I doing? If this is on my vision board, that will bring me back to my purpose and give me some inspiration on what to do with my business. So coming up with words that you connect with, phrases and quotes that are important to you. They should be words that carry power and incite a response that make you feel empowered or strong, or as we were saying, if you're looking for happiness, that's something as well, like what are quotes that make you feel happy. Just remember your board is a visual affirmation or statements or statement of intention, so including words can make this even stronger. All right, so be aware of what you're attracting. There's a couple of things to keep in mind when you're actually putting your vision board together. It's important to think about how you design your board and exactly what you put onto it. In a couple minutes, I'm going to explain how you'll use your board regularly, so it's a good idea of what messages you're sending yourself. The mind can be very literal. So making sure nothing's damaging as well, and that you aren't putting yourself down with certain quotes, keeping it all positive. All right, so notice the little things. Pay attention to the little things about the board. What colors are you using? Does it convey the feelings that you are hoping to attract? And are your images uplifting or maybe not so much? Here's an example, obviously, as a personal trainer, and with if you've got, say, 20 kilos to lose. Having an image of a fitness model with a six pack or a fitness model in little booty shorts, and you're a mum of 5 who's getting closer to 40, that's not going to feel inspiring. That's just going to make me feel like shit. Does that make sense? Yeah?
Yeah.
For weight loss? So having a board with that kind of shit on it is not going to motivate me to lose my 20 kilos. That would make me feel like it is so far from anything that I could possibly do, and it's completely unachievable. Okay? Seeing somebody, for me, with a six pack, when where I carry weight is on my tummy. I have a lumpy tummy after having 5 kids. Having a six pack and a smooth, flat tummy is not even on my radar. So if I'm looking at that every day, what messages is that going to send to me? Okay, so pay attention to what you're using. Example, why I showed you the picture with the pink and yellow. I love these colors, okay? So that is going to make me feel good. Pay attention to if you're using a heap of colors that you don't really like. I'm not a fan of purple. If all of my images have purple on it, I'm going to look at it and be like, ugh, like it's not going to feel good, okay? I also really don't like red. So I think I've noticed, like I've actually had this quote for a long time. It's a bit red and I haven't used it. It's kind of pink, but a bit red. So I don't want red on my board. Okay, there might be one image that I really think, yep, this would work, but no, not keen on red. All right, so keep it neat. You don't want to attract chaos into your life. How are you arranging your images? Are they aligned in a way that make you feel good, or are they scattered every which way? You definitely don't want to attract chaos into your life. So just little things when you come to the board, make the corners neat. Like if you've cut them out, make it neat and kind of small. Like I haven't finished this one. It kind of is a weird shape, but we don't want it to just look like a freaking 5 or 6 year old created this board. Like you want to take the time to make your images look nice and then just start to fill it up here and there. It's definitely meant to be a collage where it doesn't flow exactly, but you don't want to look like it's just been slapped on and it looks like shit. All right, notice the people in the images. Are they sending you your subconscious message? So that's where I spoke about with the six pack. That is not going to make me feel good. Like that's literally going to be a kick in my ass every single time I look at it. Paying attention to subtle messages in the images you're choosing. Do the people seem welcoming and helpful? And does the background in your pictures invite good feelings? So I do have a picture here of like a girl wrapped in a towel at the beach. Really like that one. And I'm a person, if you follow me on Instagram, I always really like taking pictures of the sky. So I've definitely got some pictures here and I love the ocean and really cool angles and sharp pictures. Again, like this is 2 girls doing yoga, they're kayaking. These images make me feel good and they're things that I really like. So that's something that I can connect to, even if I'm not going to go kayaking this year. Just with the way the sun's beaming down, outdoors, blue skies, and these are images I love. All right, we're almost done with this slideshow. The most important thing you can do is choose what you put on your vision board for a reason. Each item should represent something you want to incorporate in your life or makes you feel something. All right, be intentional with your choices. Does anyone have any questions so far, or we're still good?
Still good.
Yep, cool. All right, now to the really good stuff, the stuff that happens after you leave the workshop today with your completed vision board. And again, this kind of workshop could have been really good in person, but especially with COVID around, that's why we're online. So I'm not expecting you to finish this because it is a process and it takes time. You might not have completed our planner. You might not have answered all the questions and set some goals. You might not even have images ready, but this is something you can come back to and use later in your own time. But I really do recommend you completing a board. This is where the magic really happens, where you use the board in your daily life to help make your vision a reality. So please don't leave this workshop and go, yeah, I'll get it done, and you never do. Complete this shit and use it, and let's make 2022 our bitch. All right. So vision board practice. Let your vision board guide you. Keep your vision board where you can see it. So Tash has got the cardboard. So
Our bench.
our bench instead of saying bitch, we can see the caption said bench. So Tash has got cardboard, that kind of stuff. Do you have an idea where you're going to put this?
Yeah, in my room.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she would probably hang on our wall in her room. I've got, with mine being obviously like cork boards, I would have to hang this up on a wall somewhere, again, somewhere inspiring, whether it be my room or I might pick a corner in my house where I'm going to put it. Make sure that you can actually see it every day. It can't be hidden where you're just like this little private board and then you forget about it. They're more powerful when you share it with your family, where you share it with your friends, and you're putting it out there. Don't feel embarrassed where you're like, oh my God, I've put up that I want to achieve this. There's no way I'd probably do that. Stuff it. Dream big, be excited, have hope for yourself, and share it with people. That's what we want. All right, so like we said, have the board in a place where you can see it on a regular basis. It's meant to be a reminder of what you most want to achieve. If you could have it somewhere like in your bathroom or near the mirror, wherever you get dressed, you can. Back in the day, I think I haven't had one for like 2 years, but I had it sticking up on a wall near my shower. So when I was in the shower, I just used to stare at it. So somewhere where you're doing something else like brushing your teeth or getting ready, doing your makeup, where you can kind of see it and you can think about those goals, rather than it's going to be somewhere that you don't spend a lot of time. You're not going to go, like if I go put it in a corner of my lounge room, I'm not going to remember every day to go stand in my lounge room and stare at this wall. Okay?
Mine's on my wall literally as I get out of bed. So literally I'm staring at it as soon as I sit up in bed.
Yeah. So Tash has just said that where she's going to put it is where she wakes up in the morning, and as she gets out of bed, she will be able to see this vision board. All right. Did I just do that? Look at it. Keep your vision board where you can see it. Look at it regularly, at least once a day. Let yourself feel. So look at it at least once a day. More is even better. Make sure you take time to really look at it and let the feelings that you had when you created it wash over you again. Remember, those emotions are the power behind your vision. So again, where you start to go, you haven't been doing what you wanted in regards to weight loss, it's very easily to get in the mindset of, oh, this is never going to happen. Go to your board, connect with how you feel today while you're making it. This is possible. This can happen. I can do this. That's what you want to connect to every single day. Because when you feel that, imagine taking that feeling and doing the work compared to the feeling of, why should I bother? Nothing's going to happen. This is shit. I'm pathetic. Da da da. Why would you go then and take that action? You're either going to not do the action or you'll go do it, but you feel like shit and you're thinking to yourself the whole time, oh, what's even the point? So how will you ever make this happen? Okay? All right. Whatever you are looking for is also looking for you. When you do your vision board practice, remind yourself how you felt just a few minutes ago when I asked you to imagine how it would feel when you achieved your goal. So one other thing that you could do with this vision board is turn around and do some journaling with it. Gratitude, maybe. Look at your board and then write 3 things that you're grateful for. Look at your board, or maybe write 3 things that I've done today to get me closer to my goals. So if it was weight loss and health, it could be you've stared at your board, 3 things I've done towards my goals. I ate a really healthy meal today and drank my 2 liters, 3 liters of water. I completed 10,000 steps, and I, checked out my vision board. So the more that you can use this board to take these positive actions, the more successful you're going to be. Remember that the goal you are working towards is also working its way towards you. Well, that's back for this one. It's just waiting for you to take a few steps in its direction. Listen to and follow the gentle nudges you will receive. Example, thoughts and ideas that will move you towards your goal. Maybe one day you'll wake up early and decide to go to a class, go for a jog. You might, even though you've never done that before, you might decide to start experimenting with new smoothie recipes. So these are the little things that in your subconscious are helping nudge you towards that goal. Instead of when it comes up, you go, oh my God, you can see I dyed my hair today and I've dyed my fingers and I'm looking at my thing. Instead of you going, you wake up and you're like, maybe I should go for a run. Okay, that's pushing you towards your goal. Or do you go, nah, set my snooze my alarm, another half an hour, nah, I need this extra sleep, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so be aware of where you're going, okay, and all these little things that pop up. All right, those nudges are your subconscious showing you the way. The more you follow those nudges, the more they'll come your way. What we are today comes from our thoughts of yesterday, and our present thoughts build our life tomorrow. Remember, your mind is a powerful effect on how you feel, what you do, and what you can accomplish. Feed it with positivity like your vision board. And with that, we're going to watch like a 2-minute video on motivation, and this is going to get you set up, and then I'm going to ask you some questions, and we're going to get into the board a little bit. So does anyone have any questions for now? No? All right, guys, I'm going to play this. It's actually 3 minutes, and I want you to just pay attention to how you feel. And even if you want to write some notes, do you have pen and paper at all? Do you want some? Write some notes on maybe what comes up for you. Maybe words or a goal or something like that. All right.
I'm done asking for permission. I'm done waiting for someone else to say that I can. I'm done with watering down my truth. I'm done with swallowing my voice. And I'm done with living inside a box that's too small to breathe in. And guess what? The access point out of all of that, it starts with me. And it starts now. I give myself full permission to rise into a whole new space of being in the world, to a new level of honoring my truth, a new level of allowing my wisdom, a new level of dropping into my power, a new level of trusting where my soul is leading me. And I get it, stuff's going to come up, things will happen, people will say stuff, there'll be times when that noise in my head will scream at me so loud, I'm on the wrong path, it's too hard, I can't do it, I'm not good enough. That noise could get so loud that it's hard to hear my voice. But guess what? Those moments, they're not going to stop me. In fact, they're going to open me up. Every time, they'll remind me, dig deeper. They'll whisper to me, let go, darling, trust, you have got this. In fact, they'll be the moments that lead me to embodying in my bones what I've already known in my heart. Trust, self-compassion, unwavering commitment, and the power of love. And I'll tell you this, there's something they sure as hell won't do. They will not define me. Because you know what? I truly bloody get that everything I want, it all starts with me and my courage to give myself full permission to rise. If you are ready to fully rise, head over to gamechangerfree.com for the free 8-day training. Please hit like, share this video with your friends, and make sure you subscribe for weekly videos.
All right, bit of motivation. All right, guys, so I'm going to take you through a little quick visualization. So you're going to close your eyes for this, and then after that, you can ask me any questions if you want, and I'm going to maybe set a timer for 15 minutes and just play some music, and you're going to create your board, whether you're finding images, whether you're maybe answering the questions in our planner. Like I said, I'm not expecting everyone to finish this like I have shit everywhere here, but at least you've now got this workshop, you've been inspired, you're motivated, you can watch this back if you need to, or you at the end of this, you can take this time to get this done. Cool. All right. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. All good still, Sass and Susan? You can give me a thumbs up or you can unmute yourself. Woohoo! All right, so if you want to turn your phone off, or you can move your thing away, but you're going to close your eyes and I'm going to ask you some questions. So get comfortable. This is a little bit of a vision exercise. So close your eyes. I want you to be silent, eyes closed. I'm going to invite you on a journey to explore your future, to look at your values and your life's highest commitments. We're going to do some visioning together. I'm going to share some questions with you, and I invite you to answer them silently to yourself. So you don't need to write notes or anything. You're literally just going to answer yourself when I ask. All right, so what kind of person do you want to be? And again, it's just the first thing that comes to your head. Answer yourself. Just relax. Keep focusing on your breath. What values do you want your life to affirm? So when we talk about values, it could be your values of freedom, love, stuff like that. When you look back at the end of your life, who do you want to have been? We're not talking about your career or what you're going to do with your life. We're talking about your character. When you look back on the other side of your life, what do you want to see? So just connect with that for a little bit. What is most important to you? What kind of person are you becoming? That may be positive, it might be negative. You could be sitting here and thinking, I'm becoming cranky, I'm becoming tired. Like, what are you becoming right now? Now, I want to invite you to keep that vision in your mind and heart, and imagine yourself floating through time until you arrive exactly 1 year from today. So it's January 16th, 2023. We got through 2022 and we've made everything happen that we wanted. So January 16, 2023, notice what you see around you. What can you hear and feel? And where are you? When you look in the mirror at the end of this 1 year, what do you see? What are you wearing? How are you standing? If you were to describe yourself, what would you be saying about who you are right now? And what would you say to your future self? So you are you right now. What would you say to this person 1 year from now that's done all the things that you wanted to do? Where are you in terms of your dreams? Where are you in regards to your physical health and wellness? Where are you with your body and how you feel about it? What is your relationship with your family like? It may or may not have changed at all, but you might be experiencing them in a new way or relating to them in a new way. You might be calmer or you might be happier. What does that look like to your kids or your family? Has it grown or changed? Is it easier for you to handle old problems that used to really trigger you? We're almost done, guys. Stick with me. What is your relationship with your friends like? Or do you have new friends? Have you met a new group of people? And what are they like? Do you feel connection and support? Are you honest with your friends? And what do you all do together? What type of people are in your life now who just a year ago you dreamed of having in your life? They've been called in. Where are you with your belief in your worth and your power? And how do you see yourself? So again, not right now. This is you in 1 year. Where are you at with your self-belief and your worth and your power? How do you see yourself? What are you committed to? What do you do when no one else is watching or no one else is around? How big do you smile? Actually look at yourself a year from now. What does your smile look like? Do you feel lighter or do you feel heavier? And I'm not talking in regards to weight. I'm talking in regards to your soul. Do you feel lighter or do you feel heavier? More alive or less alive? Now imagine if this was all true, if everything that you saw and heard and felt were guaranteed to come true. How would you be sitting right now? Where would your shoulders be? And what kind of facial expression would you have? How would you be breathing? So again, all of this is going to come true. How are you feeling right now? Now double down on that feeling in your body, pour it on and make it feel good. Now this is the last thing. Now remaining in silence, open your eyes and take a look at a piece of paper in front of you, grab a pen, and I want you to write down the words, your vision. I think I said close your eyes, but I meant open your eyes. So grab a piece of paper, write your vision. Now I'm going to set a timer for 3 minutes and I want you to write down things that you've seen. What were you wearing? What have you achieved? Do you have new friends? Like everything that came to your mind when I asked those questions, make notes, okay? So I'm going to play a song. When the song's finished, that's when we'll stop and we'll keep going. Make bullet points, draw, just write down this vision. All right, song is coming. give me a love or just a little comment if you're following along and if you're getting something out of this. This has gone like, it's been an hour.
Wow. Really?
Yeah. All right, so I did have in my document questions for the workshop. I won't get you to answer them now, but I'm just going to read them out if you want to write them down if you don't have the document, or you can just go snapshot it. But just 5 questions I want you to answer before you create it, or, you know, at some stage. What does your dream life look like to you? So sorry, just a text from the husband. I did these questions, so I'll give you an idea of what I did. So what does your dream life look to you? So look at an ideal day. Obviously, maybe do a work day and then a weekend day. What does it look like? What do you do in the morning? What do you do during the day, the afternoon, tonight? So you can maybe say things like what you do for work. Do you work out? Do you catch up with friends? Like, what does a dream life look like for you? A work day and then a weekend day. Then we go, what does it feel like? So the main thing with these boards is connecting to what feelings you're looking for. If you're not feeling happy, that might be something that this dream life, the feeling is happiness. I've got, it feels calming. I'm at peace, stuff like that. So that's what I'm chasing. I have freedom. They're the ways that I want my dream life to feel. So please connect to what these dreams feel like, okay? Not just a written goal, it has to connect emotionally. All right, what have you always wanted to be, to do, or have but never started? So make sure you answer those questions. What do you want to be? And I wrote down calm. I want to be calm. I want to be a yoga teacher because I'm starting to do yoga. What do you want to do? So activities, places you want to go, stuff like that. Or have, which could be maybe possessions-wise. You might want to have a nice bike to go for rides on, or you might want to have a new car, something like that. So that's what you can answer with that. Who or what do you wish you had more time for in life? So that might be if you're somebody who works full-time and doesn't see your kids very much, you might answer that. I want to have more time for my children. I want to have more time for my health and wellness. I want to have more time to see my family, okay? And then your last one is, what do you want to accomplish in 2022? So write down everything, okay? You might not do it all, but just list shit down and then you can pick out what you want the most. All right, how are we going, guys? It's been an hour. So I'm actually thinking, do you reckon 10 or 15 minutes playing and we do these boards and then we'll wrap it up? What are you guys feeling that are online with me? Do you want 10 or 15 to do all this stuff? Are you looking? Oh, maybe unmute yourself so I can hear, or type it in the chat box. Are you looking for images, Sass? Good.
No, I was looking for the unmute button.
No. When you were, I thought you might have been
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. What do you want? 10 or 15?
10 should do.
10? All right. So I'm going to play some music. Let's go 10 minutes to just work on these boards, whether that be finding images, cutting them out, whatever. I'm going to play some music and then we'll wrap it up. Has everybody gotten something out of this workshop? Hi. All right. So I'm going to maybe share my screen and just have the, rather than just watching me being like, and cutting shit, I'm going to put a screen up and then I will put some music on. So let's set a timer, 10 minutes, and then we'll wrap it up, and that's just over an hour. I think that's pretty good for a workshop. All right, let's do this.